Now you're thinking about the opposite sex all the time. And you think you went up the mountain, you came down the mountain. Body doesn't know all that. Body is straight walking to the grave. Because of the play of hormones, you've forgotten that. If you try to stretch it to all your life, you will suffer. So if you go by the way of the body, some pleasure may come to you. Not that it won't. Nothing wrong with the body, it's just limited, that's all. Nothing wrong being limited, but it's not the ultimate, that's all. Is it anything wrong? Is it a crime to be limited? It's not a crime, nothing wrong about it, but you will always live an unfulfilled life, that's all. No matter what you have, how much you have, you will still live an unfulfilled life. Now you're thinking about the opposite sex all the time. Let's say tomorrow I'll grant you a boon. All the women in the world are after you. You will see, you will still live an unfulfilled life. Yes, you will still live an unfulfilled life. So definitely it's not going to get you beyond the bar. It will make you maybe a pleasant little bit of pleasure, little bit of pain will happen. Nothing wrong at all with it. I'm not trying to make it dirty, make it something else. No, it is fine, it's perfectly fine. But you will live within the ambit of the body. If you live within the ambit of the body knows only survival and procreation, it doesn't know anything else. And body, every moment of your life, no matter where you think you're going, you think you went up the mountain, you came down the mountain, body doesn't know all that. Body is straight walking to the grave every moment, nowhere else. Isn't it so? You think you're going to many places, you think I've come to India, I'll go back to Lebanon, I went up the mountain, I came down the mountain. No such thing. Every step, body is only going, walking straight to the grave, nowhere else but the grave. So, right now, because you're young, because of the play of hormones, you've forgotten that. Slowly, as time passes, it becomes more… it will become more and more apparent that it is walking towards the grave. If all that you have known is just the body, and anyway you're going to lose the whole of it, fear becomes just the way to live.
According to Sadhguru, why are all the desirable things in life either immoral, illegal, or fattening? Young people often ask the question or think about it. Let us look at the first word, immoral. Much of the time, people are alluding to sex when they use the word. Sex is a subject on which people spend an incredible amount of thought in a lifetime. A simple biological need has turned into a lifelong obsession for many. Let us understand this. Sex is a simple drive within us, a chemical change that happens with adolescence. It is a pleasurable experience because it is nature's way to impel us towards reproduction. With time, we have made the reproductive aspect optional, but the pleasure remains. There is nothing right or wrong about it. It is important to accept one's sexuality as an essential part of physical existence. It is only because two people felt the sexual urge that you and I exist. This is a fact. At the same time, are we just puppets of our chemistry? Surely not. The role of sex in human life is fine, but essentially limited. Those more focused on the mind find that the drive is less insistent. Once you find pleasures deeper than the mind, sexuality resides in significance.
Your intelligence has been hijacked by your hormones. It's not you, it is just compulsive behavior, isn't it? When you were a child, it didn't matter what reproductive organs a man or somebody carries, didn't matter to you. The moment the hormones started playing within you, now you can't think of the world beyond that. Your whole intelligence has been completely hijacked by your hormones. And you will see beyond a certain age, when this hormone, the play of hormones goes down, once again it doesn't matter and you look back and say, you can't believe you were the one who were doing all that. You were the one who went so madly about those things, you can't believe you did it. So right now, you are hijacked by the hormones. So once you're hijacked by your chemistry, then you have no choice about where to go. It's a compulsive thing. Once you are hijacked by the forces of the body knows only one thing: survival, procreation. The truth of life is, body has to play only that much role in your life. Now you're trying to stretch it all over, you will definitely bring suffering to yourself. Suffering will come in a million different ways. People who think they are just perfect, nothing will ever happen to him, such people you will see after some time what will happen to them. Life has its ways to bend you and break you and knead you and grind you in a million different ways. In most unexpected ways it'll do it to you, yes? Have you seen it happening to people around you? So, nothing wrong with your hormones, but it's compulsive. Once you live a compulsive life, you're living the life of a slave, isn't it? Yes? Do you want to be a slave? Something within you never wants to be a slave, isn't it so? There is something within you which cannot be a slave. Whether you're a slave to something or somebody or whatever, but once you're a slave, unknowingly, slowly you'll become a long face.
To receive free tips on food, health, diet, lifestyle, and Sadhguru's upcoming programs, you can join us on WhatsApp, Signal, and Telegram, or follow us on Instagram and Facebook by clicking on the link below.